Let's see. Made me a flint and steel, and I guess we'll put our portal. That's where my original water source was. Really hope I made that tall enough. Cool. I wanted to head to the Nether and keep this blocked off because I need glowstone and I need it fast. For those who haven't seen my series before, I play with Project E, or E2, the remake of it. I love building a lot of EMC. I love building a lot of power and storing it. Generally, I almost always produce more power than I can ever actually consume. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? Let's try not to take anything of super importance. I don't foresee me. Oops. Yeah, I don't think I'll need anything else. Don't want to lose too much. Back to it. Oh, look at you, just waiting. Any more? Here comes another one. Back to the story. So that's where I started off. I started looking on the forums and I started seeing a lot of people having trouble with installing his mod pack. Let's just have a look, I guess. Ooh, there's some right there. And of course, gas. Hopefully he can't see me. You know, that's not a lot, but it may be the best way to stay safe right now. Yep. Screw it, we got enough. This is going to be very sporadic, in case you can't tell. Me half playing, half trying to tell a story. On the forum, seeing a lot of trouble. I decided to help. I think at one point I had made a video on how to do it, but it was more along the lines of trouble people downloading the right versions of the mod. Yeah, I could use an interpol. So we're going to start project. I'm pretty sure we're going to need a philosopher's stone. Just need the redstone and diamonds, which I guess. Go ahead and get a good handful of resources out. Shouldn't need a whole lot, but you never know. Anyway, let's get our philosopher's stone. Good to go. Oh, you're still cooking up, huh? Pretty sure we're going to need that and our obsidian, because what we want is not open computer stuff, it's transmutation table, which we don't have stone for. And now we do. Transmutation table, fantastic. I'll put you there for now. And we're just going to throw everything we can find in here. Because we want to learn up all of it. Put block of diamond, coal, iron, kappa, the lapis, and I'm kind of burning it up. I mean, it's not wasting it, it's keeping the EMC, of course. It's all in there. I already have 860,000. Let's get the dirt. All this stuff I know we don't need. The bone meal, the tables, saplings, that. Get the mutton, the apples, the bread. You do have an EMC value. Oh, buckets, definitely. We'll get our tool. I don't remember what I was doing with the wooden barrels. Zombie heads, everything has an EMC. Cool. And I'm sure. Oh, look, somebody came in. And now I'm starting to think the helmet is a little bit unfair because I'm not really dying from anything anymore. But now we can pull our stuff out. What I really want to work towards now is a way to store this stuff, so that will probably be refined storage because I'm pretty much digging it. It's not too expensive, it's pretty easy to craft. And then we'll get into some EMC generation, which we're already doing really well on. Way more EMC than I thought we should have, but let me gather my thoughts on what to do next, and we'll be right back. We're going to pop back into the nether first, because I'm going to need some of you. The good thing about it is I don't really have to steal all this. But now in my head I'm starting to realize, yeah, I want to do the storage part first, but I'm going to need some form of power, which, shouldn't be too hard to gather. You can always work towards the culinary engines. Because of useful DNS, adding the mud pies there. I had seen all this stuff before. Machine, need some storage, so we're gonna need some wood. Need that basic machine block and some redstone. Did I not put redstone in here? That's what's happening. It keeps going in my furnace. There we go. So what we're looking for is a chest, which I'm going to go ahead and teach up. This is the bad part about starting. You have to teach everything you make to it. So what were we looking at? Machine block. Ooh, iron. Stack of iron out. Back to that there machine block. 4 of them, that's not bad. Now something's changed in 1.10 with Project D. It no longer keeps damage values, so even if all these furnaces all have the same EMC value, even though they're all crafted differently, and since this one seems to be the basic one, if you make a culinary engine, you can't just drop it in here and make another one. You're gonna have, even with the furnace thing itself. So how much redstone? Let's do a stack of redstone, another stack of this. Get back in here. Culinary engine, furnace engine, what do we need here? That's what we're missing. So what we can do is we're gonna have to make, since we have 4, let's make 4. And where's that engine go? It's perfect, we can make 4. Now these on their own should make, I'm pretty sure you can just throw coal in there, which we do have a good supply of. But what I do want to do is over here on the side of my house, and whoever made this before me, oops, I didn't clear out that area over there, all that stuff. They put barriers up right here, so I can't jump through the windows. But I believe on the side of the house we have a nice garden. And I'm not sure what mod lets you right click on these and let them still stay planted, but that's what we got, so that's what we're using. Which really, I know this part came with the house, but really there's a village right over there. So, you know what I mean? We're not really out of anything. We're not really necessarily cheating it. We could have just walked over to the village, but I'm trying to save you guys time. Let's go back. So what do we need? Anything cooked, apparently. Which I know we had a raw mutton, which we'll cook up. And that should... Let's hope we can get 4 out of there. So put the furnace. Where is it? The redstone. You'll be shitting me. This is something Omni really likes. I'm Omicron. I'm not a huge fan of it. I tend to do stuff like that. You get a stack of food. And do that, teach ourselves mud pie, get us a stack of mud pie because they're really cheap because all they are is dirt in a bowl. And I'm not sure where this is going to eventually land. For now, we'll just do this. And click for recipes. Too many. Trying to figure out how much we'd get from one. It looks like we're gonna get almost 100,000 RF just from the one mud pie. So that should definitely be enough to get us started. I do want to start with some flux points, and we don't have any of this stuff to actually make that happen. We could do that part, the redstone part, but I'm trying to think of a cheap way to move energy around. I don't really know if I know of any. Because actually to start refined storage, we're going to need a little bit of that there. So, get on you. Of course, the iron should not be an issue. Plenty of iron. And fantastic, fantastic. Look at that. Learned and learned. And now we got a stack of it. And we got some silicone, which can also be learned. Now, I went through playing by myself and added a lot of extra EMC values for a lot of things, and I tried to make them as accurate as I could. So that's why that's a thing. Get one of those, which need to be learned, and we need to pick up a diamond. So there's that, and a diamond. And we should be able to make our controller. Beautiful. What we will need is some cables and some glass, which I thought I had some glass. I do have some glass, which also probably needs to be learned. The glass is handy. Cables, get us one, and I'm pretty much sure, yep, they have an EMC value. Get us a stack of cables. You can be learned. Seeds can be learned. And we'll get all that out. We'll need a grid. Ooh. A crafting grid, which we'll need a solderer. Ooh, we can't make those because we don't have slime. Crude oil. Where do you get crude oil from? So it's off to find a desert. Alrighty, well, never did find, it's dead over here, never did find a desert. Went all over the sun, but I did find a floating island that had some of these here congealed green blocks, which I do believe can be turned into slimes, which is awesome because that's what I wanted. I also ran across a bunch of villages, and yeah, came up with a bunch of stuff. Let me just keep one. I brought some stuff back. Oh yeah, want some of those. Found some more diamonds, some of that stuff, some gold, bunch of gold, rice, can't really do. Some aluminum rods, that. Let's not throw that away yet. Iron thingies we will need later. Found a little bit of aluminum, which is apparently really hard to get a hold of anyway on its own. So, there's some water somewhere, and I should probably close that door behind me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get some of these growing up. Which, honestly, now that I think about it, why am I bothering even growing them when I have the EMC? EMC is all at home, so I know what I was going to do with them.